Hello, Duranis here, and welcome back to episode 4 of Terrafirmacraft. So, yeah, a little bit of things going on here. I have been cutting down a bunch of these sequoia trees, are they sequoias? Yep, and just gathering the wood. So, I'm going to use this to try and get some charcoal, and I might just set up a temporary charcoal pit here. I do want to set one up near the house eventually, but it kind of makes sense to make one near where all the wood's going to be, so I don't have to transport it all over. So let's do a quick run over to the house and we'll see what's going on there. So winter is coming, so let's just check what the date is. So early winter. We're starting to get a few freezes here, so I think now is probably a good time to sort of go exploring a little bit. We've got quite a bit of food. I've got a ton of these bushes here now, which aren't really doing a whole lot, but I might try and move them at some point. I'd like to sort of get them a bit more organised. They're all just sort of chucked down for the minute. I did go on a bit of a forage and I found a whole bunch of different trees. So we've got, I can't remember what all these trees are called. We've got ash and white cedar, I think, and pine trees and hickory. I only got 2 hickory saplings, so I'd like to get some more because that's apparently a really good log for heat. It has a really high heat value, so when you're using that to sort of melt ores and stuff, it's really good. And I cleared out a whole bunch of space here as well, which took forever. So I've actually gone through one shovel and partly through that one in clearing space. And we've got a bunch of fruit trees here which are growing. So what do we need to do first today? I think first thing we need to do is maybe get a charcoal pit going. So I've not done this before. I wanted to do it on camera to begin with. I know it can be a little bit finicky, so we'll see how this goes. Where's all my wood? So you can see I've got a bunch of sticks now. I use the scythe. That's really good for gathering sticks. I was actually struggling to get sticks before, and it's a pain having to break each block individually by hand, but that really chews through them really quick. Let's get some dirt and maybe some smooth stone, and we really could do with a door. Let's grab our... I've already got a saw on us, that's good. Let's just grab some wood out of here for now. And make some planks, and then make a door. Excellent. So I'm going to head back over to where them sequoias are, and it's almost night time. Yeah, we might be okay, let's chance it. And have a little drink of water. And I should have milked my cows when I was here as well. The cows are really useful when you're milking them, when you're making cheese. It's basically an infinite food source. So even though it's only cheese, it's actually a really easy food source to mass produce. So basically from them 2 cows, every 2 days roughly I get a block of cheese. Which lasts way more than a couple of days. So it's a pretty good renewable food source, and I won't be killing them cows off anytime soon. So from what I understand with the charcoal pit is that you have to have a fire pit that is surrounded on at least 3 sides by wood stacks, there. And you can't have any air gaps in it either. So let's see, what have we got here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go for 5 by 5 here. So we shouldn't need a ton of charcoal to begin with, and I can always expand this later on. Okay, so we're just going to use mud for the bottom layer, and then let's use some stone for this layer, just to fancy it up a little bit. And stone, and And what I wanted to make this look like is a proper sort of when I've seen charcoal made in real life, they basically have like big dirt mounds. So you have all your wood in there, and then you have all the dirt on top, which sort of keeps the heat in, and it basically then cooks itself forever. Then they just sort of dig into the side and do that. But I don't want to just use dirt, obviously, because it's affected by gravity. It's going to be a pain. It's going to drop in as the charcoal burns through, as the wood burns through, and you get air pockets, I think. So I'm going to actually use stone as sort of an inlay, and then I'm just going to cover over it with dirt afterwards. So we're just going to do 2 layers to begin with and see how this goes to begin with. Let's say to begin with a few more times. If this works okay, then I'll expand it out a bit and we'll do something a bit more fancy, but just sort of playing around with it at the moment and want to see exactly how it works. Why does that not look right? Okay, just that block there. Okay, cool. And block there. So we're going to have our fire pit here, and then we're going to have all of the logs around, and we're going to have the door on here, because the door basically counts as a block. So we should be able to check on it without disturbing it. So let's just put a few torches down here, actually. And I've run out of torches again. Torches, I think there's an easier way to make torches, and I hope there's an easier way to make torches, because at the moment it's a real pain in the pain in the butt having to do it manually with the fire pit. It just takes forever. So I'm going to look into that as well, because we do need some more torches. And let's just grab a whole bunch of wood. There's not a lot of mobs around, which is surprising, and also quite a relief. How much space have we got? Got space for a couple more stacks. Let's just put them back in there for now, as they're sort of odd ones. So all I'm going to do, and I'll probably do this off camera, but it's going to take a while, is just basically fill this space up. Why can't I put one on there? Oh yeah, because it's placing it in there. Okay. So let's just click and fill these. And then we're going to do the same on top. So the idea is you basically fill up all the space. It has to be enclosed around the outside, and you can't have any air pockets in here. So this all has to be filled with these wood stacks, and I think they have to be full wood stacks as well. I'm not sure how that affects it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up, and I'll be back when it's all filled and I'm ready to light it. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back on this beautiful rainy afternoon, and I finally filled this up. I actually had to cut down a couple more trees, and my axe is now broken, so I have to make a new one of them. But let's see how this goes. So let's throw 3 of them in there, and okay, let's try that again. Aha. So we have that started, and it's putting logs in from this one here, I believe. So don't think it matters if that's open or not. Ah, there we go. So we should be getting particle effects, so that looks good. And that's still got logs in. That's still got logs in. Let's just see what happens to these logs. Yeah, so it keeps pulling them from up here. So let's just fill that back up again. I have a feeling it's not supposed to pull them from this block here, but I'm not sure. I sort of read a couple of forum posts on it, and it seems like no one really knows exactly how this works. And also saw a forum post, I think it's from the mod author as well, that said there was a fix to this. There was something that was wrong with it, and it was fixed, but I didn't quite understand it because I haven't done it yet, so I didn't really know what was going on. But anyway, that's going to take quite some time to to actually finish. And what I'm going to do just for looks is just cover this with dirt. And just around there. And hopefully the grass will grow back over this, so it will look like a proper sort of charcoal pit. And I'm not going to have enough dirt to do it anyway, but that's okay because the top bit we'll be able to see what's going on, and it'll be easier to spot from a distance than just another sort of grass hill. Just even that out a little bit. I have no idea what time of day it is here. Let's see if we can sleep. Oh, there's one of the sheep over there as well. And we don't need that. Oh, I've got another iron ingot as well from a zombie. I could probably bypass so much of this game just by making a mob grinder, which I'm not going to do. I might do it later on once I've gone through the whole process and sort of mined the iron and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, short term I really don't want to do that because it's going to take away from it quite a bit. So head back, and I think what I'm going to do is try and sleep out the night, get some stuff gathered together, and I think we'll go resource gathering again. I've not been north, which is that way too far. So I want to head north. I want to find some Douglas fir trees because they're apparently really good for just general wood, so for things that you're going to burn in a charcoal pit, for example, or like quick building materials. They're really handy because they grow big and they grow quickly. I did get a few more of the pine planks down here, but they're just taking a little while to grow. So yeah, I'll be back when we're ready to head out. Okay, it's just very quickly, I'm just preparing to get my stuff together to head out, and something I came across was trying to light my fire pit here. Has a login, I click on it, it lights, and then immediately goes out. And if you notice, it's raining outside, but above it, it has a stair, and I'm not sure, I can't break that stair either, if it's because there's a stair above it that it's going out. But in theory there's another block above that as well, so it shouldn't think that it's being rained on. But yeah, that's what it was. So I've put a full block above it now, and it doesn't think it's being rained on anymore, even though that stair should be covering a full block. Maybe it's not covering a full block, maybe it's the chisel block there, but I wanted to show that anyway because in theory that should have been working fine. I'm sure I've used this in the rain before, but who knows. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just making some torches, and then we'll head out in the morning. So, welcome back. The sun is rising, the rain is gone, and we're going to head north, which is that way. So, the reason we're heading north is because that is hopefully where the Douglas fir is going to be growing. They tend to grow in the colder climates, and the further north we go, the more easy it should be to find them. Let's have a quick run past the charcoal pit as we're going this way. So, materials I've got on me, I just got some thatch blocks just in case I need to pillar up anywhere. I've got the remainder of my scythe, which is almost broken, but it should be enough just to get a few saplings if we need them. And food and logs. I don't actually need the logs, I need to put them over here. So hopefully we should get a bit more food as we go too. And really all I'm looking for is stuff that I haven't got yet. So I really need to get some rock salt so I can use that for the cooking. And what else do we need? We need limestone, and I don't think it's just necessarily limestone. What is it? It's what is it called? It's maybe limestone, but we need stuff to make lime water, which I think you can just make it from flux. And flux comes from a whole bunch of different places, but if you can find it actually in limestone, chalk, and dolomite. So if I find any of that, I should be able to find flux, and I can use that to make double ingots, which I can then use to make an anvil. And yeah, let's just head in this direction. So I've got a few planks there as well, so I can make a boat if I come across any large bodies of water, which it might not be a bad idea to make one now actually, and just head up this river a bit. Seeds as well, I'm going to grab as many seeds as I can. Won't be able to plant them now, but it'll be useful for next autumn. And yeah, so I've not really been in this direction too far. I think I went out that way and I went all the way around, but I didn't sort of go in between before. So this should all be new ground that I'm covering here. So grab these onions as we go. I could have maybe left them, they're quite close, but it'll be a handy food source as we go along. And the main problem with going out on long distance foraging trips is really that you don't have that much storage space. So there's only so much stuff you can take, and it sort of gets to a point where you have to drop stuff that you really want to keep. There's not really many ways to work around it, like them bushes there. These onions I'm going to leave, I can come and pick them up because they're not that far from my base. They'll just be taking up storage space. And you can make a bunch of ceramic pots, I guess, and use them, but they're sort of less than ideal as well. They're a bit of a pain to use, but it would give me more storage space. And yeah, I'm not really looking so much for ores now. I've got areas for most of the ores. There's more seeds there, but again, that's not too far away from my camp, so I can come back for them. Yeah, let's just keep heading north. So we're looking for new stone types and new tree types. So we need limestone, well, we need flux, we need rock salt, and we need hickory and Douglas fir. So if we can find all of them, we should be pretty happy. And the only problem is I don't know what any of the other rocks look like. So chalk and stuff like that, no idea what it's going to look like. So we might have to sample a few things. We've got a fruit tree here, and you can see these cross bits here. If you break them, there's a chance you'll get a sapling from them, and the tree will actually grow back. So if you find one and it's not too far from where you are, I'd recommend not breaking the whole thing. So it will grow back from there, and I think even if I broke it just down to this bottom one, it would grow back as well. So if I break this one and this one, didn't get any more saplings, but it should grow back from that, so we can come back and harvest it again later. So that's an orange tree, and we've got a couple of saplings from that, which is pretty handy. And we're heading this way. So yeah, one thing I do really like about Terrafirmacraft, why are all these rocks looking flat now? Interesting. Maybe that's a setting. I've just noticed that some of my graphics settings weren't set up to full, so maybe that's just a setting, but who knows. We have a pig there. Come back for him later. There's another one there. So there's actually quite a few pigs near me. I could probably get maybe half a dozen pigs, which could be quite handy. Sand, yep. So this is why I brought the planks for, just so I can get a boat to get across here a little bit easier. And I'm probably going to end up going straight past the stuff that we need. So I think chalk is probably going to be the easiest one to spot, because that's sort of a light colour. What else have we got? Borax is something that we need to be looking for, I think. See, the wiki is very good when you know kind of what you're looking at, but when you haven't played it at all, it's a little bit confusing. And I'm going to desync from this boat now when I jump out. Hello, didn't desync. That's nice. No, get out. And give me the boat back. So, let's see, what are these trees? Let's bring that down. And are we getting any saplings? Nope. I think these are just pine trees there. And what are these ones? Hickory. Excellent. Okay, let's try and get a few more of these saplings because that would be useful. And I was going to say, if we get half a dozen saplings, that'll probably do the job, and we've got half a dozen there. So I'll try and save that scythe. Actually, let's just quickly do this tree, seeing as we're standing right next to it. Yep, that'll do fine. And snow on the mountains up there, that's just sand again. So let's keep heading north a bit further. Let me place the boat, come on. This is quite a nice area around here actually. It's got some quite interesting landscape. I think this rock here is granite, but I'm not sure. Stop the boat and jump out for a sec. It's all just sand there. Any rock? What kind of rock are you? Yeah, granite. So yeah, that's not particularly useful. And our boat's floated away. So yeah, I could do with something really like NEI or something like that. Not for the recipe plugins, but just to sort of tell me what I'm looking at. But as far as I can tell, it doesn't actually work too well with this. What is this over here? Oh, great. One thing I really wish I'd fix in vanilla Minecraft as well is boats that break so easily. Okay, that is lava. I don't want to be breaking them. Although I believe you can get sulfur near lava. And I'm not sure what sulfur is used for. I think it's used just for gunpowder, but that's interesting to note where that is. It's all looking much the same. So I think what I'm going to do is just keep heading north for the moment. And, oh, horses. Keep heading north, and once I find some new stuff, I'll come back. So I'll see you in a second. So welcome back. We've found a couple of new trees here. We've got oak tree and we've got aspen trees. And I actually had to go and find some copper and some clay, and I actually made myself a new scythe because trying to break these by hand was taking forever, and it's actually quicker just to go and find the resources to make a new one. So I did that, and we've just got a basic copper one for now. And somewhere around here, yeah, saw another fruit tree. So, yep, stone axe. And you can see here we've got so we've got 2 spruce, some orange saplings, chestnut, oak, aspen, and hickory. And let's see what we've got in here. Anything? Oh, this looks like a new one. Cherry trees. Very nice. So it seems on average you get about 2 saplings per one of these. So it's sort of every 2 things that you break, there's a chance of getting maybe 1 sapling, so there's 2-to-1 ratio, which isn't too bad. They do take quite a long time to grow though. Aha, I think this is the tree that we are searching for. So you can see we're 2,000 blocks from home, and yes, I think this is the Douglas fir. Did we get a sapling there? Or was that more sticks? Probably more sticks. Yeah, the amount of sticks you get from using the scythe is unreal, which is really handy because you do use them quite quickly, especially when using things like just starting fires and things like that. So we've got 1 sapling there. Let's just double check that these are Douglas firs, but I'm 99.9% sure that they are. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to gather as many of these as I can. It's kind of a pain that they're so high. Maybe I'll just run around and just take the low branches. But yeah, I'm going to run around and grab as many of these as I can, and I will be back when I'm done. So, welcome back, and as you can see there, I'm about 4,300 meters away from home, and there is nothing here apart from ice. So, we're actually in an oceans biome. Yep. And it's just basically all frozen. The temperature here is minus 2.4. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go any further north. I think this is pretty much it. Once you get so far north, you don't get anything more than this. So, what did we get? We've got some more bushes, Douglas fir, ash, cherry trees, aspens, oak, chestnut, hickory, spruce, orange, and sycamore. So, we've got a load of saplings there. I made a bunch of ladders as well just because I had a ton of sticks in my inventory. So now I'm going to do the long walk back home again. So I'll be back when we get home. We'll check on the fire pit, not the fire pit, the charcoal pit, and probably call the end of the episode there. So yeah, I'll see you in a second when I've spent about 3 hours running back home again. Phew, so finally made it home, and let's drop some of the stuff off inside. Let's noticed a few of the trees had grown here, and these seem to be growing fairly well. That's cool. Actually, while we're here, let's plant the orange and the cherry trees. So yeah, this is not overly well planned out, this sort of fruit tree area, but that's fine. I can take cuttings from it later and set up something a little bit more organised. But I just wanted to sort of get them down and get them growing for now, so it might look quite pretty as well. So I put one there and one there. Excellent. Yeah, so these are actually growing fine. That's cool. So I was a bit worried that it might need a little bit more space between these, but I think that probably works out about right. It's sort of losing a couple of the leaf blocks here, but hopefully we should get enough saplings back from there. Pine trees growing. Whatever these things are. What were these? Sycamores, I think, but they're growing as well. Definitely need to make myself another scythe or 2 or 20 because they burn through really, really quick. Where am I going? Charcoal pit. So chuck these over here as well. Yes, over there. So hopefully by now it should have finished. We were gone quite some time. What time of the year is it now, actually? So we're definitely in winter now. So yeah, it's been a good few days at least. I think maybe about 7 or 8 days. So this should be well and truly finished. And that's looking good. Haha! Charcoal. Excellent. So I think we need a shovel. Cool. 8 charcoal per one. So I don't know why it's... I don't know how it generates, to be honest. That might be normal. I don't know why there's an air gap there, but I think that's probably normal. And I'm going to want to change this floor out from a dirt floor so I don't accidentally dig it out. But excellent. So I've got charcoal now. That's really, really good. Still need to find flux in some form or another. I think what I'm going to do is maybe off camera is I'll go exploring as a bit further, maybe head south this time, because that should be heading towards the more sort of temperate, warmer areas. So we'll check that out, and I'll do it off camera because it's not overly interesting to watch me just running for 6,000 blocks. Oh, bones, let's have them. So yeah, that's about it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I think next time, like I said, off camera, I'll grab a few more bits, and next time I think we might set up an animal pen. Having the cows next to the house is really annoying. They're really loud, and there's a bunch of other animals around here that I want to get gathered up. So I think that's maybe our building project for next time. I'm going to get some tree farms going off camera as well. So yeah, until then, see you later. Take care. Bye bye.